Hi everyone, this is a quick video to orient you to a great resource called musictheory.net. You simply type in musictheory.net to get there, and it's got all kinds of great things. It even has a phone app, which I encourage you to check out. It does cost a few bucks, maybe $5 or so. Go to the site and click on that link and you'll find out all about it. That means you could practice anywhere. But right now in this video I'm going to be talking about the computer interface, which is doing all the same stuff, but it looks a bit different than it does on the phone. When you get to the site, you click on exercises and you will see there's all these great exercises for different theory skills. The blue ones are giving you something that you then answer. So for example, it's asking you what that note is and you find the correct answer, and once you get it, if you get it right, it will be green and you would hear that it's playing back the note. The red ones ask you to interact with the interface and construct this the note. In this case, a note recognition. So they're asking you for an A flat, so you actually have to manipulate the note until it's correct with this interface and then say the answer. Okay, so both things are good. Both things make you think about the same thing in different ways, and that's always good when you're learning. So I encourage you to do some of your time on the blue ones and some of your time on the red ones. There's also a way to do the same skills via a keyboard interface and a fretboard interface. There's some ear training stuff here, and there's an exercise customizer which you can do, even though it says it's for teachers, students can use it too, and that's where you can actually save a certain custom exercise. And the way you do that is by going in there and customizing it and then saving the URL which you're given. But for now I'm just going to show you how to customize if you are doing the exercise on your own and you don't care about necessarily saving the URL. So say you go in to practice your key signatures and you're saying, you know, I'm just working on my flat keys today or something. So you can go to this little wheel, you can click on that, and you could choose that's the customize wheel. That's what allows you to customize your quiz. So you go in and say, I'm going to work, I'm struggling with bass clef, so I'm going to work just in bass clef, you know, for example. And I'm going to do not all my key signatures, just the flat ones, say, for example, today. That's your focus. And then you could say, how do you want to express the key signature? In this case, it would be letters. That makes sense. How quickly do you want the next question? Do you want to wait until after you've had time to think about it and click? Then you would do that. Or after a little animation, or do you want it immediately? That's up to you. And then challenge mode is whether or not you want to time yourself. So you say, I'm getting pretty good at flat keys. Let's see if I can do one flat key every 5 seconds. So let's see if I can do 12 keys in 1 minute. So you'd go like 1 minute, and actually it doesn't do 12, it does 10 or 15, but you know, you pick something like that and then you would save that. Okay, if you wanted to do challenge mode. If you don't want to do challenge mode, you would just make those all be 0, right? And so now you have customized your interface so that when you're practicing, it's sort of designed to help you work on exactly what you want to do. And by the way, you can also say, do I want to be doing both major and minor? So if not, you can go to scales and say, I think I'm just going to work only on my major keys. You can also work on modes here. Okay, so that's a little idea of how you would customize an exercise. Then if you want to save the URL, you could actually take the same idea and go into the exercise customizer and do the same thing, and then at the end of it, it will give you a URL. So say I liked this. You'll notice that it's kept my settings that I had before. I could just go here. It remembers the last thing you were doing. I could just go here and say, okay, I'm gonna save this, and say I can click on this URL. Go there, and then I can just simply copy and paste this onto a document or something like a Word document or something and save it for the future. Flat keys 10 per minute or something, right? And just go like that, and then enter your URL, create a link, and put that in there, and press save, and now that is a link for that particular thing in the future. You don't have to do that, of course. You can just go back to the site and just make up your customizations in a few seconds every time you practice, okay? But however you do it, I would encourage you doing some of the blue ones and some of the red ones because they're different in nature, and sometimes do some of the keyboard ones too. Let me know if you have any questions, but that's an initial primer on how to use musictheory.net in a customized way to suit your exact needs.